Introduction to the Lausiac History. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Lausiac History by Palladius. Translated by W.K. Lowther Clark, B.D. Introductory Pieces. Preface to the Life of the Holy Fathers. This book is a record of the virtuous asceticism and marvelous manner of life of those blessed and holy fathers, the monks and anchorites which inhabit the desert, written with a view of stirring to rivalry and imitation those who wish to realize the heavenly mode of life and desire to tread the road which leads to the kingdom of heaven. It contains also memoirs of aged women and illustrious God-inspired matrons, who with masculine and perfect mind have successfully accomplished the struggles of virtuous asceticism as a model and object of desire for those women who long to wear the crown of continence and chastity. This is how the book came to be written. A man, admirable in every way, very learned, of peaceable disposition, religiously disposed and devout-minded, liberal towards those who lack the necessaries of life, in respect of high distinctions preferred above many men of rank owing to the excellence of his character, and with all this guarded continually by the power of the divine Spirit. Such is the man who commanded us to write, or rather, if one must tell the truth, aroused our slothful mind to the contemplation of better things, to imitate and attempt to rival the ascetic virtues of our holy and immortal spiritual fathers, and all who have lived to please God with much mortification of the body. And so, having described the lives of these invincible athletes, we have sent them to him, proclaiming the conspicuous virtues of each of these great persons. I am referring to Lausus, the best of men, who by the favor of God has been appointed guardian of our godly and religious empire. It is he who is inspired with this divine and spiritual passion. I then, who am clumsy in utterance, and have but a superficial acquaintance with spiritual knowledge, and am unworthy to draw up a list of the holy fathers of the spiritual life, fearing the infinite greatness of the task set me, so much above my capacity, found the command intolerable, requiring as it did so much worldly wisdom and spiritual understanding. Nevertheless, respecting in the first place the eager virtue of the man who urged us to obey the command, and considering the benefit accruing to the readers, and fearing also the danger of a refusal, albeit with a reasonable excuse, I first commended the noble task to Providence, and then applied myself diligently to it. Sustained, as if on wings, by the intercessions of the holy fathers, I attended the contest of the arena. I have described in a kind of summary only the main contest and achievements of the noble athletes and great men, not only illustrious men who have realized the best manner of life, but also blessed and high-born women who have practiced the highest life. I have been privileged to see with my own eyes the revered faces of some of these, but in the case of others, who had already been perfected in the arena of piety, I have learned their heavenly mode of life from inspired athletes of Christ. In the course of my journey on foot I visited many cities and very many villages, every cave and all the desert dwellings of monks, with all accuracy as befitted my pious intentions. Some things I wrote down after personal investigation, the rest I have heard from the holy fathers, and I have recorded in this book the combats of great men and women more like men than nature would seem to allow, thanks to their hope in Christ. I now send the whole to you, whose ears love divine oracles, to you, Lausus, who are the pride of excellent and God-beloved men, and the ornament of the most faithful and God-beloved empire, noble and Christ-loving servant of God. I have recorded to the best of my feeble powers the famous name of each of the athletes of Christ, male and female, describing a few short contests out of the many mighty ones engaged in by each, adding in most cases the family and city and place of residence. We have also told of men and women who have
Sample complete. Ready to continue?